So in this video, I'm going to show you something that should be obvious to everyone, even new players. But I'm going to try to go a little more in depth with it. Okay, so what I want to talk about is that when you are inside a tiny space like this, it is very easy for you to get hit by something. Now that might seem trivial, but you'd be surprised how many people actually aren't aware that they're in this situation to begin with. Alright, so let's say you were out in the open dogfighting someone. They can move up and down, left or right, diagonally, like this. And it's hard for you because you have to guess. Is he going to move here, 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 here? It can get really complicated sometimes. Whereas in this situation, notice that Mickey has no vertical movement at all. He can't really move up and down. So that means all you have to do is guess, is he going to move left or right? And that's it. And you don't even have to do that. You can just randomly fill up this entire area with impulse, cyclone, missiles, whatever. Okay. So when I'm in anarchy or one-on-one, I'm constantly looking for these situations because it's just so easy to hit them, and it's essentially free damage. And you have to notice that not only does Mickey not have a lot of room to operate in, I have all this space to dodge whatever he throws at me. Okay, so it's a huge advantage. So let's play the video. And just note, I'm actually flew to the side and shooting my impulse at an angle, so it actually covers the whole area. So you can't really cross that section without taking damage. And he ends up taking all of it. Okay. So that's basically the whole point of the video. Let's watch some more clips. Okay, so right now we are in Foundry in a team game. And you're going to see me take advantage of this area right here. You'll notice that we both have the same amount of horizontal movement. But if you're familiar with Foundry, you'll know that I have a lot more vertical movement to work with. They do have some vertical movement here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try my best to fill up this whole area with impulse. Okay, now you're going to see Tomcat force his way through here to try to dogfight me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly down here. And for a brief moment, I'm going to use this wall as a shield so that they can't hit me. As you can see, their shots are flying right over me. And this is exactly what I want. There are a lot of ships in this small area. So I'm just going to try my best to fill this area up with impulse. Hopefully get a kill. If not a kill, then create some damage for my teammates. So Tomcat dies. The rest taking a good amount of damage. Puddles dies. And then for some reason they're gonna come back here. Taking some damage. Elder dies. And then they finally realize they have to get out of there, so they do, but they take some damage while doing it. And that's essentially what you want. If they're gonna force a dogfight with you, they have to fly through that section, and they're gonna take damage. So you end up starting the dogfight off with armor advantage. Okay, so right now we are in Wraith. And right now I'm in a position where most people don't feel comfortable. They usually want to rush out here. But you gotta realize that in order to do that, you gotta fly through these tiny spaces where it's really easy to get hit. So you're gonna see me play it safe. And I'm going to use this wall as a shield and try to fight my way through. It's mostly about patience. And just one more time, people tend to want to rush out here. But you have to realize that you don't have that much vertical movement, so it's really easy for your opponent to hit you. You could just edge the corner right here and bypass this whole ceiling, but odds are they're going to be shooting here anyway, so it's very risky. And you're also going to see me use this wall. Half of my impulse is going into the wall, but the other half is flying through. So I'm using it as a shield, so only half of my ship is visible. And luckily he didn't have that many shields, so I killed him. Alright, so hopefully you saw that. Creepers I fired started to track him. So I'm assuming Puddles is in the main room. At the same time, Puddles is also assuming I'm here because he knows I saw those creepers track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly this way. But instead of turning this way to go fight him, I'm going to continue tricording this way. And hopefully I can get a lucky kill by just randomly shooting creepers and impulse. Real quick, this is what I'm talking about. If I just rush out here, it's too easy for him to hit me. I also don't have that much vertical movement, so it's very risky. And as you can see, I got lucky. And if I would have stayed there and tried to fight him, I would have died in one hit by the Nova. So right now we are in Vault. Okay, so unfortunately he caught me at a spawn, so I'm at half my armor. I'm actually going to die here, but I want to point out something that for some reason he's going to move into here. I'm going to notice that right away, and I'm going to switch to Driller. And notice that there's no vertical movement here. So it makes it really easy for me to hit him with Driller. As you can see, all I have to do is aim left or right. And I get a good 4 or 5 shots off him. Now I still die, but the point is he made an unnecessary move into that tunnel, and he could have gotten away with that kill with a lot more shields than he had before. Alright, so it's very tempting for someone to pop up here and try to shoot him. What you need to realize is that from his position, he has all that room to dodge whatever you shoot at him. But in order for you to shoot him, your ship has to be in this general area. And there's not a lot of room to dodge whatever comes your way. So I back off for a bit. As you can see, he's shooting Crusher. Now the tables have turned. All I have to do is fire my Thunderbolt in this general direction, general area. Now you're going to see my Thunderbolt hit him, but it's not going to register. And now he's in an even worse position, because he has no vertical movement. And all I have to do is aim left or right. So some people don't realize this, but we actually don't have that much vertical movement here. It's hard to tell sometimes because it connects to this large room so seamlessly. But yeah, I take advantage of that, and it's pretty much aim left or right. And I get a good amount of damage off. Alright, so I actually want to end this video with a one-on-one match between Miasmic and Unit. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The interesting thing to add here is that Miasmic has a huge ping disadvantage. So you're probably not going to want to fight Unit in open space because it's already hard enough to hit people in open space without the ping disadvantage. So now it's even harder to lead your shots. Okay, now he has 60 armor. Tries to fight him. And this is what I want to point out. Unit has this entire area to move around, whereas Miasmic is actually about to hit a flat tunnel, so he doesn't have that much vertical movement. So the situation now is that all Unit has to do is aim left or right, where Miasmic has to shoot everywhere and hope that he hits him. On top of that, there's a huge distance between them. Unit's using a much faster weapon than Miasmic, and on top of that, you have the ping disadvantage, so it becomes near impossible to try to hit him from there. And Miasmic stays there for way too long. And then by the time he moves here, he's lost almost all of his armor. And anything that touches him will kill him. And dead. Alright. So this should be familiar from my other clip. There is no vertical movement, and all Miasmic has to do is shoot left or right, which is much easier on him because he has a huge ping disadvantage. And he gets the kill. Alright guys, that's it. By no means this is a guarantee that you'll get the kill. It depends on a lot of factors, how much health you have, missiles. Sometimes stuff gets random. It's just how it goes sometimes. Alright guys, see you in the next vid.